In the first episode of this channel, we explored an idea that seemed contradictory at first glance: the minimalist prepper. In the second episode, we explored minimalism, not as an aesthetic, but as a deliberate choice to remove the excess and focus on what truly matters. Because simplicity is not deprivation. It is the intentional act of removing the excess so that what truly matters, our values, relationships, and purpose, has room to breathe and thrive. In this episode, we will be focusing on preparedness, not from a place of fear, panic, or worst-case scenarios, but from a mindset of intentional readiness. Because preparedness is clarity, and once we remove the noise, we create space for something more important: thoughtful preparation. As minimalist preppers, we believe that being prepared isn't about accumulating more things. It's about making deliberate choices that protect our peace. Preparation. This is where minimalism and preparedness come together. Once we've cleared away the clutter and removed the noise, we create space for something more meaningful: intentional readiness. But even then, one important question remains: what should take its place? Many people answer that question with more possessions, more supplies, more gear, more storage, more clutter, and more things we do not need. Part of the journey towards simple living and intentional preparedness is letting go of what no longer serves us and making room for what truly matters. Once we remove the noise, we find space for preparation. This is clarity, and clarity is where preparedness begins. Preparedness is not about accumulation. Preparedness is not about owning everything. It is about owning what matters, knowing what to do with it, and being ready for what comes next. Preparedness is truly about creating enough margin so that ordinary disruptions no longer become crises. Because despite what sensational headlines and fear-driven narratives might suggest, most emergencies are surprisingly ordinary. They do not always begin with sirens, chaos, or catastrophe. They begin with ordinary disruptions that catch us unprepared. A flat tire, a common challenge in simple living and smart preparation. A power outage, a moment to pause in simple living and smart preparation. An unexpected job loss, or an unexpected bill or medical emergency. A family emergency, a sick child, a canceled flight, a broken appliance, unexpected but manageable. These issues separately could cause disruptions and inconveniences to daily life, but compounded can snowball into larger disruptions. Being prepared and organized is a foundational part of simple living and smart preparation. Preparedness is not preparing for the end of the world. It is intentional living. It is preparing for a normal Tuesday that simply does not go according to plan. A moment of peace in our simple living journey. And when those moments happen, preparation creates options. Options create confidence, and confidence creates peace. Preparedness is not built on fear. It is built on foundations. And there are 5 essential pillars of preparedness that everyone should understand. But before we explore them, there is one truth we need to remember. Your most important preparedness tool is not in your home. It is you. So before we talk about supplies, we need to talk about health, because physical, mental, and emotional resilience affect everything else. You can own years of supplies, but if you are exhausted, overwhelmed, unhealthy, or unable to adapt, you are not as prepared as you think. Preparedness begins with caring for the person who will eventually face the challenge. Because every plan, every supply, and every system depends on one thing: you. Sometimes preparedness looks surprisingly ordinary: getting enough sleep, going for a walk, caring for your community, scheduling a medical appointment, managing stress, drinking water, taking a break, building healthy relationships, finding peace in the ordinary. Removing the noise of modern life to make room for intentional preparedness will work wonders for your overall well-being. These actions may not look like preparedness, but they create resilience, and resilience creates options. resting in the knowledge of our smart preparation. The second pillar is time. Many of us live with calendars that leave no room for life to happen. It is time to create margin. Every hour is scheduled. Every day is crowded with demands, obligations, and noise. We need space to breathe. We need space to think. We need space to just be. Prepared people create margin. They intentionally leave space between commitments, leaving room to adapt when life inevitably changes. They protect their energy. They understand that flexibility is one of the most valuable resources they can possess, because emergencies often demand something that cannot be purchased in the moment, time, and margin is what gives us more of it. The third pillar is money. Financial preparedness is not about becoming wealthy. It is about creating flexibility, the ability to absorb unexpected expenses, adapt to changing circumstances, and make decisions from a place of stability rather than desperation. Even a modest emergency fund can turn a potential crisis into a temporary inconvenience. Preparedness often looks less like spending money and more like keeping some money available when you need it most. Sometimes preparedness means saying no to an impulse purchase. Sometimes it means paying down debt. Every dollar counts. Sometimes it means saving $20 at a time. Small actions become financial resilience. The fourth pillar is home. A prepared home is not a warehouse. It is organized, intentional, and functional. The goal is not excess. The goal is capability, knowing where things are, having the essential supplies you need, and being able to respond with confidence when life becomes unpredictable. Preparedness is about creating systems that make daily life easier. More often than not, preparedness looks less like buying more and more like organizing what you already have. The goal is not excess. The goal is capability. It is creating systems that reduce friction, simplify daily life, and make it easier to respond when the unexpected happens. The fifth pillar is mindset, because preparedness begins long before an emergency. It begins with the way we think, with intentionality, awareness, and the willingness to act before circumstances force us to. It is the habit of asking simple questions. What could go wrong? What is the most likely challenge? And what can I do today to be better prepared for it? Ask yourself, what small step can I take today to make tomorrow less stressful, more resilient, and a little easier to navigate? A moment of stillness in our simple living journey. Prepared people are not paranoid. They are intentional, resilient in simple living. They accept uncertainty and respond with thoughtful action. Preparedness begins in the mind. This is where minimalism becomes an advantage. By removing the unnecessary, we gain clarity, and clarity allows us to prepare with intention. When we gain clarity, we can focus on what truly matters. Minimalism helps us identify what is essential, and preparedness helps us to protect it. Together, they create a life that is both simpler and more resilient. A life with fewer distractions, more intentionality, more flexibility, and greater peace of mind. Reflecting on the simplicity of our smart preparation, here is your preparedness challenge for this week. Choose one action today. Save $20. Take a 20-minute walk, organize one drawer, create an emergency contact list, build a 3-day meal plan, block 1 hour of white space on your calendar. Take a final pause to reflect on the relationship between simple living and intentional preparedness. Then, ask yourself one question: what future problem did I just make easier? The ripples of smart preparation echoes throughout our simple living journey, because preparedness is built one intentional decision at a time. Preparedness is not fear, it is freedom. The freedom that comes from small intentional actions repeated over time. The confidence that comes from creating margin, building capability, and knowing you can navigate life's uncertainties with greater resilience. Because being prepared does not mean owning more. It means choosing with purpose. Simple living, smart preparation. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and join me for future episodes of the Minimalist Prepper.